Alright, so you have some learning objectives ready to go. Let's do this then. Now that you know what your video will be about generally, let's focus on the detail. What are the key points you need to make? Jot down a long list in your storyboard. As an example, the key points I jotted down while designing this bootcamp are ADDIE, Bloom's taxonomy, the ages model, Mayer's multimedia principles, generate and publish videos, and the learning transfer evaluation model. Pause the video to write down your key points or do so at the end of this video. Right, so how do you go from key points to a script? Well, this is where the ages model comes in. The ages model of learning is a powerful theory that is based on observations using MRI scans of the brain as it learns new things. They found that there are certain areas of the brain that are active during learning, and that there are specific things we can do to activate those areas of the brain. If you're interested in learning more about the ages model, you can check out the link in the resources. For now, I'll just focus on the things we can do to stimulate those parts of the brain that are typically active during learning, using attention to activate the brain, generation to create new connections with pre-existing knowledge, emotions to strengthen these new connections, and spacing to reinforce them further. First, we need to get and hold the learner's attention. This is critical for learning. You can do this by using cold opens, or asking reflective or poignant questions. You can use a bit of humor and try and make your audience smile or laugh a little, or use engaging visuals to capture their attention that way. Ask yourself, is this opening as interesting as it can be? Would it catch my attention? Next, we need to help them generate new connections between what they already know and what they're learning about. So, do you remember the first time you ever connected something to Bluetooth on your phone? Maybe it was a speaker or another phone. Over time, this became easier, and you didn't need to think about it anymore. Soon you probably started using Bluetooth to connect to all sorts of things. And this is what generation is all about. Connecting new ideas to things you already know about. I recommend using analogies, like the one I've just used, or asking them to reflect on an example of something similar they've experienced to help your audience generate new connections. Emotions are a tricky part of the theory. It doesn't differentiate between positive and negative emotions. While anger or irritation can be great for supporting learning, there aren't many instances where they would make sense in a learning video. Instead, I recommend trying to make your audience curious, surprised, or inspired. All of these can be strong positive emotions that can help you land your message. Finally, spacing. This is the general idea that learning that is reinforced over time will be stronger. This is primarily because over time, there are more opportunities to support the generation principle. Practically speaking, look to reinforce different ideas throughout a video. And if you are designing a course, constantly look to circle back to previously introduced concepts when you have the opportunity. Okay, with all this in mind, the next step is to start scripting. As you do, think about your tone and voice. Do you want to write in your own voice, like I've done here, or do you need to adopt the tone and voice, the style, if you like, of your organization? So normally I would say go ahead and write a script, and you can do this if you want to, but I want to show you a quick hack. The GPT-powered AI assistant in the Colossyan editor. With this tool, I can generate a script from just a prompt, all within Colossyan Creator. I'll go with write me a video script about 5 top tips for creating engaging video content. But you can use any prompt you like. This will create a draft we can use. But if you want to write your own script, go ahead. Either way, use the storyboard and populate the script across several scenes. Don't worry about the visual design part of it just yet. Okay, this was a dense video. Let's recap. To use the Colossyan video framework, download the checklist. As you'll see, it spans across the 5 phases of the ADDIE process. During the design phase, look to use the ages model of learning to craft a strong script, and use the AI assistant to help you create your first draft. Next, I'll discuss analyzing your script and how to get going with the visual design ideas in the storyboard. See you there.